What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now Plus. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about a very interesting report from GTA 6. This started to make, I would say, its way around the internet this morning, but I think it started even yesterday, if not the day before. And basically, the giant, title, the big thing is that and this comes from PlayStation Universe. Again, they took it from somewhere else, which we'll talk about. Rumor GTA 6 development is not going smoothly, was rebooted in 2019. I think that's a pretty fair way of putting what was said. I know there's some people online saying, this is kind of misleading what the person said and what it's now being kind of translated to, but I would say this is the most tame yet maybe accurate description or translation of what this person said. And this basically comes from Rockstar Mag reporter Chris Klippel, and there's no way I'm saying that right, so I'm sorry about that, but basically it sums up to speaking in a series of recent videos which has been translated by NeoGaf. Klippel described GTA 6's production as just a big mess. Really, I can tell you it's been confirmed to me, and I can't go into details. To date, it is Rockstar's most chaotic project since its creation. He also touched on the development difficulties that Red Dead 2 and GTA 4 faced, saying next to this, that's nothing. He explained that the issues originate from multiple changes to the scenario level, which includes characters, narratives, settings, and map. Rockstar has reportedly changed the GTA 6 in this respect several times since 2014, including rebooting the game fully in 2019. He also claimed that the game was initially planned for a reveal in spring 2020, and then the PlayStation Universe goes on to say 2025 is kind of when we thought, based off of job postings and just every intuition, that that's probably when the game comes out, maybe 2024, 2025. So it's definitely not like the greatest news story in the world. It really does come down to, I guess, for me, if it's not ready, or I guess you put in the full effort, and when it's ready, right? So if that takes 30 years to do, if it takes 50 years to do, you wait as long as you need to wait. But in reality, I mean, it's not good, but it's also, in a way, for me, and now I'm not the biggest, I should say. I do like GTA, but I'm not the biggest GTA fan. However, from what I would just think up in my head, creating a game as gigantic and as, and whether you do like or do not like even the GTA games or even like Red Dead, like they do push what an open world game is. There's no denying it. Now, I may think Red Dead maybe does it a little bit better than GTA, but there's no doubting, like when GTA 5 came out, I mean, come on, like it's still, in terms of open world and what you can do, even just in the base game, not mods, not like additional stuff, what you can do and how the game mechanically works, compared to games that come out now that are open world, it still is probably one of the best. Okay, it pushes things, and that takes real skill, real talent. So I could imagine that stuff doesn't come together super easily. You know what I mean? Even any game that really pushes boundaries in one way or the other, gaming wise, I doubt is like the most easy to create. Now, I think there's other people talking about like Dan Houser potentially leaving, and people kind of questioning, if that is true, or the way that it's been reported that he left kind of like mid-project, and maybe that threw things off. I guess PlayStation Universe's way of addressing that part, they don't go into that. They just talked about, when they say issues originate from multiple changes to the scenario level, which includes characters, narrative, setting, and map. So it seems like just not, I guess that's a little bit more of the scary part, right? That they don't really know what to do. They may have some cool open world ideas and mechanics that would probably work no matter what they choose to do, but in terms of maybe not fully knowing what map, or what location, or again like the characters that you're playing. Now, we've heard that there's going to be a female playable character that would be the lead, but I think there would be a second, like it would be another swapping kind of game like 5. I'm pretty sure that's the last we heard of it. It would be a girl and also a male, and you could alternate. So maybe that's true. Maybe that was a concept and that was ultimately changed to something else. We don't know. But those are obviously concrete details that you do need to iron out. So hopefully it gets figured out. But I guess to me, when I read these things for like Skull and Bones, which I read quite often, too many times honestly, and just other games, I think for a lot of those games, it's really disappointing. Or even like a game like Everwild. Everwild is a game that Xbox is making, or Microsoft, I guess, is publishing, that looks incredible, but like the story behind it is just like it's a giant mess, and they've rebooted it, and what you saw is probably not what you're gonna get at the end of the day. But also, this is a gigantic thing, GTA, and it's also not. It's also a game that I wasn't personally expecting. I don't think many people were either until like 3, 4, 5 years from now. Now maybe seeing the game earlier, but like playing it, we still got quite a while, and we thought that 2 days ago, 5 days ago, and I still think that right now after reading this article. So to me, it doesn't matter all that much other than wasted time, other than by the time we get the next game, it'll have been really long after GTA 5, where I guess if you take this stuff as truth, which you don't have to if you don't want to, but if you do, if you take it as truth, then we could have gotten it sooner. That's, I guess, the biggest thing to me is, it doesn't change the fact that we have to wait, 500 years to get the next game. But when we do get the game, it'll be a situation where we're like, yeah, well, we could have also had it like 4 years ago. If they just like, now I don't know if, well, I guess rebooting it fully in 2019, that's a pretty big deal. So yeah, we may be able to say that, maybe we could have gotten this game half a decade ago, but here we are right now getting it. But ultimately there's nothing we can really do about that. We just kind of have to wait. So let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments below. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel, hit the bell icon so you guys know when all these videos go up. I do a brand new video on the channel every single day, and so I hope to see you guys for tomorrow's video.